All right, we go back to the Marriott in Houma, Louisiana, as the United States Coast Guard Marine Board is answering questions about the Seacor Power disaster.
Here we see the vessel's automatic identification systems, AIS, track line, including times, starting from the point of departure at the Bollinger dock to the final and current location. We will next take a closer look at the vessel's route through Port Fourchon. This is the point at which the vessel began its voyage through the port and headed out to sea. The vessel began its voyage that day from Bollinger Dock. Here we have two photos of the vessel prior to leaving Bollinger Dock. In these two photos, the vessel was slightly elevated with the pads on the bottom. The top photo shows the gangway is still deployed. The bottom photo shows the gangway removed just prior to getting underway. Here we have two photos of the vessel just as it's departing Bollinger Dock. The top photo shows the vessel afloat with the pads off the bottom. The bottom photo shows the vessel backing away from the dock and getting underway. This slide shows the location of the next set of cameras the vessel passed on its way out of the slip, which are located at Schlumberger Dock. This is a photo of the vessel taken as it was passing the Schlumberger Dock. The next camera is located at the Bayou Dock. This camera is looking south and will capture the pictures of the Seacor Power as it continues south for the Gulf. Here we can see the vessel as it's continued to make its way southbound in Bayou Lafourche. Here we can see the vessel approaching the northern part of Belle Pass. And this picture shows the vessel making its way outbound in Belle Pass. Now, here we can see the track line of the vessel's movement offshore once it got out of Belle Pass. The boxes here give the time, the heading, the course, and the speed of the vessel until the signal stopped. Note, the heading is a compass reading illustrating the direction that the bow is pointing. The course is the actual direction of the vessel's movement caused by the effects of the environment, such as the wind, the waves, and the current. The first block, the top left-hand corner, starting from the top moving downward, top left-hand corner, the time, 15:19, vessel's heading was 133, the actual course was 144 degrees, speed 3 knots. Second block down, time 15:29, vessel's heading 150 degrees, course 154 degrees, speed 5 knots. Third block down, time 15:35, heading 143 degrees, course 171 degrees, speed 7 knots. Fourth block down, time 15:37, heading 99 degrees, course 139 degrees, speed 6 knots. The last AIS transmission, which is the fifth block down, time is 15:39, heading 084 degrees, course 145 degrees, speed 5 knots. The time 1542 is the location that the EPIRB transmission was received. The dot, the last dot on the bottom of the slide, shows the vessel's wreck location. Here is a short video that shows everything we have just discussed, as well as movement of numerous other vessels as the Seacor Power leaves the port area. You can also see the lift boat Rockfish moving from one location to another between the times of 1340 and 1442. If you look to the top left-hand corner, you will see the time clock. Again, the time on the last AIS transmission from the Seacor Power was at 15:39. This video also shows all the movement activity of that day of other vessels. This concludes Coast Guard Presentation Exhibit 01.
We will now hear testimony from Captain Ted Duthu.
The seas and the wind stayed about the same till I got to my location. When I got on location, the winds were about 15 to 20 with 3 to 5 foot seas. I had to get on the west side of this structure, but the current was moving at 1.5 knots to the east. You know, and I started thinking this is going to be a task. Well, I dropped the legs down, tag bottom, stopped the boat, and then kind of assessed what my next move was going to be. Well, I pulled the legs up some to where just the tip of these pads were on bottom, and I moved in slow. It took me about 15 minutes to get on location from that time.
And we'll be right back after the break for more from Houma, Louisiana and the Marriott Hotel as they're answering more questions. The U.S. State Coast Guard is, United States Coast Guard Marine Board, on the Sea Corps power disaster.